Dark City is a sci-fi noir film written and directed by Alex Proyas. It follows a man who struggles with his memories, including one of a wife he cannot remember, in a grim world devoid of sunlight. Interesting premise, right? Well, mass audiences didn't seem to think so. Although met with largely positive reviews, the film unfortunately only made $14.5 million domestically at the US box office. Let's take a look at why it flopped. Flop is a term used in the film industry to describe a movie that either loses a lot of money or just simply isn't profitable. Profit is made when sales surpass the cost of producing and marketing a product. And like most industries, this is what film studios are chasing the most. Produced on a modest budget of $27 million plus marketing costs, Dark City needed to at least take its production budget back at the US box office for any chance of success. Unfortunately for New Line Cinema, by the end of its run in theatres worldwide, the film had only just managed to scrape past the $27 million mark. Ouch. Movie stars are not something to be overlooked, especially back in the mid to late 90s. Created by studios in the 1920s, the aim of a movie star was to create a persona that audiences would be so interested in that they'd pay to go and see their films. Although it may have developed and evolved throughout the years, this basic premise still arguably exists to some extent today. What makes a movie star, you may be wondering? Well, I think the best description is an actor or actress that has led the cast of numerous profitable movies. I think this was something Dark City was lacking. Let's have a look at the main issue I have with the way the film was cast. Rufus Sewell as a leading man. To put it politely, he's not one. Pre-Dark City, the largest production he had a hand in was Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet, in which he had a supporting role, and much like Dark City, the film was well received, but flopped at the box office. Compare this with The Matrix, a similar film that cast Keanu Reeves as its lead off the back of strong box office returns on his previous films like Speed and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. It went on to be a hit. In Hollywood, the calendar year is made up of multiple windows in which different films are released depending on their intended audiences. Typically, spring to summer is dominated by the large tentpole films, October to Christmas time is for awards contenders, and January-February is for...
Fuck you, it's January!
Originally scheduled for award season 1997, a date likely given to Proyas off the back of his previous box office and critical hit The Crow, Dark City's release was pushed back to February 98, a dumping month. Typically, the dumping months are the quietest periods in a cinema's calendar year due to bad weather and people having spent a lot of their cash over the Christmas period. To look at it from a more cynical perspective, however, studios also look to release films they've lost faith in around this time period in order to lower the standard of competition for award season contenders. It's clear to me that there's not any single reason as to why Dark City flopped. It was just the perfect storm of cock-up after cock-up, and I didn't even get to touch upon the effects its R rating and blending of genres may have had.